What's up there, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Derail Valley. So we are in the midst of a realistic difficulty playthrough. Last time we brought this order into here at Machine Factory in town. We're going to offload it today. We're going to go and take a look at the shop and then we're going to crack on with a few other things, most likely as we progress through the episodes. But yeah, guys, I really hope you've enjoyed it so far. If you have been enjoying it, please do hit the like button. But without further ado, please do grab yourself a drink. Let's hit the rails. Right then, guys, first things first, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to start firing this baby up because although we did actually sort of dump the fuel, etc., so to speak, we dumped the fire, we're going to need to fire up again here because we are going to be utilising her for this shunting job as we offload what we have here. So yeah, by the way, it's 7:45 in the morning, so we are playing on realistic difficulty. I have set the time to a 12-hour day. Whoops, we just need the lighter. But yeah, we've already got the various valves open up here to give us our electricity and also our brakes. So yeah, we're going to get this pressure up. It's not all the way down actually, so hopefully that temp's going to come up. But yeah, we are needing fuel sooner or later, but we will have enough to do this shunting job. So let's get this baby connected up and we'll go and take a look at the job that we're going to be doing. So let's get that done as well, and we'll just hop over here and head... Whoa, I am stuck. Head over here to the station office where we're going to pick up the job, but I'm not going to activate it yet. We'll do that with the validation part of it in a little while. There it is. So yeah, 13.5 plus a time bonus. Obviously, we will be looking to get that. So yeah, 230 tons, we brought it in. So it shouldn't be a problem. Hold on a sec. Let me just get rid of the flashlight a sec and move that job up there so that we know what we're doing at least. Right then, yeah, we're just waiting for her to pressure up. Now, what I will say is while we are here, we will be heading to the shop. I do want to see what we've got. I think we can pick up a few things. Somebody in the comment section mentioned the proximity sensor. I think that will be useful to us during this realistic difficulty playthrough where we don't have the use of the external camera. So yeah, I think that's a good idea for the time being until we get the remote. Actually, the remote is actually here, isn't it? In Machine Factory in town. That's where you buy it. So yeah, it might be an option as well. For now, let's get some more coal in here. And just to make sure we've got enough water, I'm going to open this a bit and get some more water in there. Probably see the pressure drop as a result of that, but it's alright. We only need a little bit. That'll probably do it, to be fair. Actually, we could do with that open. I haven't got that blower open, which will give us a bit more fire temperature and a bit more of the old pressure. That's already correct. Cylinder cocks are open. We'll get her into drive. So I'm going to go forward first and then we'll pull into the loading lane here. I think we can start to do that really. Just release the parking brake. Put a tiny bit of regulator on. Should start to see her pull forward a little bit. Just close that because that's blowing nothing but steam out now. So yeah, we're going to go forward basically, reverse into the loading or offloading as it is. In this case, lane. Which won't take long. Not a huge train. I think it's what, 5 cars, if I remember rightly. Some interesting jobs coming out of here though, as we looked at the end of the last episode. We're going to take a look at those because I think we'll be heading back to Machine Factory in town, and the options available to us in terms of next licenses are becoming clear. Now, I did say in the last episode that we were mainly going to utilise, in fact, completely utilise the opening 3 locos, really, and that's the 3 that we've attained so far, being the DE2, the DM3, and the SO60, which we're currently using. So yeah, we're going to do that still. But of course, we do have the option of unlocking other licenses, for example. And by the way, I just want to say, I've got the end of train light on there, of course. I want to mention it because I always forget. I don't think I've managed to put it on yet, up until this point, so yeah, that's on there. Right, we'll get her into reverse. Get the brakes released. Open the regulator a bit, see how we're doing for coal. And so license-wise, I think our next license is probably going to be concurrent 1, because we've got 2 jobs. If you remember at the end of the last episode, there was 2 jobs going to harbour that looked rather tasty, and I think I want to take those 2. Now, the question therefore is, which loco are we going to use? Well, it's either going to be this baby, or the DE2, because there's no DM3 here for us. So I think it would be fun to do a steam run with this girl. She'll need to be manually serviced or serviced using the machine for a copay. We don't have the manual servicing license yet, so I think it's worth taking a look at that as well, because we have the steam refueling options here, and I've just realised I've left that open. Get that closed. And yeah, concurrent is one option. The other option that I want to take a look at is multiple unit, because there's 2 DE2s over there, and I do want to try, as a matter of, I guess, just call it novelty if nothing else, I do want to try getting the slug at harbour and utilising it with a DE2 just to see what that's like. So let's have a look here. So we're currently doing this part here, step 2. We're going to unload the cargo, and then we've got 3 drop-offs with this shunting job. So let's get this offloaded first. We'll unload. Heard 5 bangs there. And what do we have at the rear here? So we've got 559. Let's see then. So, yes, we've got 3 cars here. 559. This will be 044. And 674, which are all, these 3 are going to the C yard. And then we've got 2 drop-offs in the B yard, which are 760. And that one there, 179. So they're going to be, so I think we're in the C yard now, aren't we? Yes, we are. So we want to be dropping these into C2S, which is literally the next one along. But that can't be right. We've got to be in 4, right? We're in 4. No, we're in. So they want these cars, 3 cars into C2S. So it is saying that you can fit 3 cars in there. Let's see. Yeah, I guess so. So those are the cars at the rear. So I'm going to pull forward, and then I'm going to reverse in there. So let's get this baby going like that. And we should find that these cars are a lot lighter now because they don't have any weight on them. I forgot to open those cylinder cocks when we stopped. Just applying the brakes without looking, but it's alright. I'm not going to go mad with them. Right, that's going to put us where we want to be, so let's do it. How are we doing for fuel? Man, this would be such a fun job. Shunting with a steamer. Just taking it easy, you know? Alright, little nudge there. Let's see if we can push these babies with the parking brake on. See if she'll do it. She might struggle a bit, actually. So it's 3 cars. So it's this one here, isn't it? This is the last one that needs to go in there. We'll ease off there. Bit more. Right, I dare say they're in. Right, so that's our 3 cars. Let's just check them. So 559, 044, and 674. I think that one's far enough in. And they are going to C2S, and then we've got 760 going to B6S, which is, if we go forward, it's that furthest yard over there. Let's make sure I undid that. I can't remember. I only just did it as well. Right. Let's get going forward then. There you go, much easier now. Almost like there's nothing even on the back at all. And the military is eluding us at the moment. It's blocked off because we don't have the license. It's just interesting to see, considering how much military stuff we did during the last playthrough. Alright, now that we are into the B yard, I can get the map on the right one. We're coming in this way. We're going into 6. Just going to check the water level. Oh, that's nice. All of a sudden it's just completely run out, it's completely gone. Obviously we're using it all the time, but I'm sure I checked it not so long ago. Alright, it's coming up nice and fast actually. Alright, so we'll close that. I'll hop back here, I think. There's nothing in there, so... chase the car here. Got the independent brake on there. Now where she goes. Two different ways you can do that. You can either open this, which I prefer, let all the pressure out. You could just throw the parking brake on at that speed
Anyway, there we go. Last one is B1S, so over the other side of B. 179. Again, should really have those cylinder cocks open when we're stopped, not when we're setting off, but what can you do? It's a very short stop, isn't it? And we can just use independent brake here, save ourselves the hassle of the non-lapping, non-self-lapping. Right, is there anything in one? There is. Well, we can still attempt our fun technique. Brakes are off. It's nice and steady. Maybe not fast enough there. I'll do it. Right, there we go. Actually come down here for this one. Just awesome that the cars stop pretty quick when you let all that air out. I think we're just about there with that. I'll do nicely. Okay, so let's go and get paid first, and then we'll think about shutting the steamer down and whatever else we want to do. We'll go to the shop and stuff. So let's get that in there. Nice little bit of money, 20.3 thousand. That'll do us very nicely. 110,000 we're on now. We'll dump the fuel out of here, like we'll dump the coal, and I think if we consider... Actually, before we do that, let's consider moving her into the refueling point. Yeah, let's do that. Oops, hitting all the keys in the world. Yeah, we'll move her to the refueling point, and then she's there, isn't she? For if we do choose to go down the manual servicing route. Again, a little bit of water sludge there. They're actually fine there. Do need a bit more water here, like. Just a tiny bit. So yeah, we've got a couple of nice little jobs coming out of here, to be fair, and we'll take a look at the manually servicing license just to see what the implications are with that. We'll switch these headlights as well to the rear. In fact, I need to get my end of train light, don't I? Wherever that is, down there. But yeah, manual servicing is the way forward, and I want to get in with it before the game starts prompting us to do so.
Want that switch behind there. I hope that DH4 is not in the way. We don't have the license for that, so we can't really do anything with it to move it, apart from nudge it, if it is in the way. I don't think it is. I think it's just out of the way. Right, anywhere here will do. I'm not going to bother lining it up, because we might choose not to go down the route of manual servicing at this point, but she's certainly going to need some fuel. If we hop up on here, for example, take a look. You see there, she's down. Not empty. Whoa. I do like to use the mouse wheel, but sometimes it's a mouse click that's better. Wow. She doesn't have any coal left. So yeah, I always thought she ran out of water first. Anyway, let's dump this. Let's dump this fire. In fact, we'll open that and then we can see better, can't we? But yeah, thankfully coal isn't very expensive in this game, so it's not too bad really. That fire should be out now. Unless it just wants to stay on. We'll put some water in the boiler. That'll chill things down a bit and bring that up. To be honest with you, if you want a bit more effect, you can open this as well, which blows some steam out. You'll find that the pressure will drop quicker. But the only thing is your water level drops as well. Because that's basically what you're relieving there, the water in the boiler. So it's like the water that you're putting in, the cold water that you're putting in is replacing that which you're getting rid of. It can speed things up if you really want to get the pressure down. Why you would want to do that, I don't know, but there's no real need to. Yeah, I would say we're all done there. So let's do that. In the art of shutting things down properly, we'll turn these off as well. And there we go, guys. She's all done. And yeah, what a beautiful little run that was. Right, a few things to do. Firstly, let's admire the DE6s and DE2 and DH4. Yeah, I don't think there's any demonstrator models here. I think they're usually around here. I think that's the spawning point. I think that rusty, those rusty bits and bobs there are part of where the locos usually are. Could be one there, I don't know. But let's head to the shop, because I certainly want to take a look and see about spending some of the money that we've accumulated. So we've got things like a toolbox, obviously going to be useful. Mounts. Now, the proximity sensor, 8.5. The remote signal booster, things for the future. We've got a switch setter, which could be very useful to us. I don't know whether it would be useful right now, depending on if we decide to run, which loco we decide to make our main. I think we're going to make I think I am going to make a DE2 a main and have one or two other DE2s running behind it for a while. Now, we did that during standard playthrough, and that was a great deal of fun. Quite a nice sense of achievement when you start running the locos like that. Limit reached on the wireless MU controller. It's probably because we haven't unlocked the MU license, that one, I think. Battery charger, always useful. We've already got the flashlight. Distance tracker. Remote is obviously going to be useful. 35,000. Olaf's garage key, another one that we really could do with bagging. Proximity reader, 12,000. overheating protection, paints, and defect detector. A nice one to have as well. Never seen any real use for the universal control stand. I think it could be quite useful in VR. Automatic train stop. Yeah. Alright, well, I'll tell you what, it's food for thought. I'm going to have a think about it, and we'll probably do some purchasing at the start of the next episode. I think I want to get the... at least get the proximity stuff. Maybe. I don't know. I'll have a think about it. Anyway, let's head back and take a look at the jobs then. A nice sports car there. I don't think I've seen one of them in this game. Oh, there's a cat there as well. Always lovely to see the cats. And a skip there, we call it in the UK. Another one there. So I don't know whether... So my understanding is skip really, it's only useful for getting rid of equipment that you don't want. It's not useful for putting the empty paint cans in there. I found out it was completely useless for that. And really, this is for rubbish, such as the empty paint cans. But I found out the hard way. What I want to do is grab this end of train light. That's why I've come over here. So let's put that back up there. And yeah, let's go and do what we said we were going to do. Take a look at the jobs. So, what we have is harbour and town. Machine factory to harbour. 9.1 for some empty cars. So that's only 33 tonnes. We've got some empties here. 189 tonnes. Now, both of these, I mentioned this at the end of the last episode, are both logistical holds, so we'll need to unlock that license. Sawmill. And sawmill again. Steel mill. And another harbour there, 44 tonnes, sorry. What else do we have here? We've got pick up, load and prepare new cars for departure, 180 tonnes. That's a fragile. That's going to harbour. Were these here last time? We've got another logistical there. There's quite a lot of jobs here that could be good for us. There's a shunter there. Now, I want to unlock one license at a time. So let's think about this logically. If there's these jobs available, and I don't want to unlock any more than one license, I think if it's not that shunting job to pick up the cars and then take them to harbour, 180 tonnes, it's going to be that 189 for the logistical haul. And we can do that with either the steamer or the DE2. Now, let's have a look at licenses, because if we were to use the steamer, I'd like to manually service her. That's a 20,000 license, and it has an insurance co-pay detrimental effect on it. So that's one to consider. Logistical haul is another one. There's a time bonus deadline of plus 5%. So I think next episode, let's not get the manual service in. I want to save, like I said, I want to try and do no more than one license unlock per video. So I think let's unlock logistical and get one of these back. Probably this one, I think. Take that with us, 39.7 thousand. But yeah, that'll be the next episode, and I think we'll be doing that using a DE2. So whatever we plan to load into that DE2 will then become our primary driver, and we'll need all the bits and bobs in there if we're going to do it well. We're going to need the proximity sensor and reader, and also the maybe the defect detector and the switch setter as well. So yeah, all food for thought. Anyway, let me know what you think, guys. I will be cracking on with recording, so I probably won't read your messages by the time I'm into actually doing the job itself, because I'm probably just going to crack on and record it now. But yeah, hit the like button if you enjoyed the episode. Hit me up in the comments section. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, I'd love it if you'd go ahead and do that. And obviously, guys, switch on the notification bell if you want to be notified of up and coming videos. Otherwise, guys, please do take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you guys again soon.